job of not only with the sunglasses, but using his glove to shield and see the ball. That's a tough sun field this time of day. And you see him put up the glove along with the sunglasses. It allows him to take a look and see the baseball. It's a good job of outfielding by Pena.
Alex Gonzalez up.
I don't think they'll pitch around Alex here with Hollinsworth in the on-deck circle.
Nobody up in the red pen, so let's see if Alex can keep it alive here.
Well, he's looking for a fastball middle in. You figure Riedling's going to stay away with the hard stuff.
A little number up the middle. That's short. Good pick, good throw. Goodbye, Alex. Cubs get a run on 2 hits in the 6th inning and pull ever closer. Reds, though, still have a 4-run lead as we head to the 7th.
A short time ago, this woman was limited by her mobility. A month ago, this man wasn't even able to get around his house. These are people who chose mobility, and they chose the scooter store. If you're living with limited mobility, call the scooter store today. I guarantee no other company will work hard to make you mobile. If we pre-qualify you for a new scooter or power chair and Medicare denies your claim, the scooter store allows you to keep your scooter or power chair at no cost. That's the scooter store guarantee.
I expected they'd help me file some paperwork with Medicare and my insurance. I never expected them to be so nice or to work so hard to get me a power chair at no cost to me.
You don't qualify for Medicare? No problem. We'll work with your insurance company, even help with financing. If there's a way, we'll find it.
Call the scooter store for free information today.
Call 1-800-203-8282 for free information. That number again is 1-800-203-8282.
Nothing outperforms Mobil 1, now the official lubricant of NASCAR.
To cure athlete's foot, you've got to be fast on your feet. And nothing lets you treat faster than Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. If you use Tinactin or Lotrimin AF, you'll be treating for 4 long weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week is proven to kill the fungus and keep you athlete's foot free for 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
The shortstop Juan Castro goes to work. Cubs get a run back in the 6th. 3 innings left. And Kent Merker, the 4th Cub pitcher on the day, goes to work.
It's fallen behind 2-0. Bullpen today for the Cubs has had a bit of a problem, but still a ways to go. 9 outs for the Cubs. A very lively day here.
Yeah, your big bats are going to come up once, maybe twice more in the game as Martinez takes over at short. He'll hit 9th on the lineup card. Merker 8th. 2-1 to Castro. Fly ball right center. Corey, pretty good jump. Still going back. Still going back. 1 step shy of the track. 1 man down.
Well, Castro and Martinez are very similar in what they do for their respective clubs. They can both play all over the infield, both hit the ball very well, and both give you excellent defense at 3 interior positions. So Corey Patterson runs that one down, and there's 1 out heading to the middle of the order. And maybe the lefty-lefty matchup for the Cubs will be a little better.
Well, that's why Merker's in. Now you've got Griffey, Casey, and Dunn. 3 left-handed bats to face Merker. These guys were teammates last season in Cincinnati. 0-1 to Griffey. 484 lifetime home runs for Junior, including 1 in the 6th inning. The Reds sent 11 to the plate.
Well, now the visibility much to the advantage of the pitchers because he's in bright sunlight, the hitter obscured in shadows.
Line towards second, right into the teeth of the shift. 2 outs. And Sean Casey will come up for the Reds. And as soon as he's retired by Merker, Dave Leto, head coach at DePaul University, their fine basketball program, will sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Phil Norton, the one and only left-hander in the bullpen, getting loosened up for the Reds.
Two out there, clear for Casey, and that one smoked into center field. That guy can hit.
Well, he certainly loves to hit against the Cubs. And today, no exception. He's 2 for 4.
Casey entered this season for Cincinnati. As that ball's off the plate to Dunn. A lifetime .331 hitter against the Cubs. He drove in 77 runs last season, 11 of them against Cub pitching. As you know, the Cubs had one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball, so Casey saved his best for the best. So he's got a couple of hits on the day, and Dunn with a 1-1 count. 4 homers, 4 RBIs for Dunn, who's hitting a whopping .370.
Normally you can neutralize Dunn with a left-hander because he's another one of those guys that is a dead pull hitter. One of the surprises for Griffey today, his home run went to left center field, because he normally tries to pull everything.
1-2. Merker drops down and takes care of Adam Dunn. No runs, a hit, a man left. Dave Leto from DePaul University here with "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Conductor for "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" is Dave Leto, DePaul men's basketball coach.
Cub fans, how we doing? It's a beautiful day. How about we make a date to get back here in October for the World Series? Are you ready? A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Well, it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Come on, Cubbies, let's get some runs!
Leon, you're a star football player trying to play professional baseball. The question, why?
Well, Chuck, the reason's simple. Like a lot of Americans, Leon struggles to make it financially. $20 million a year just doesn't go as far as it used to.
It doesn't?
Now, when you get 4 mansions, 6 SUVs, and 12 sports cars to support, it doesn't.
Still, why play baseball?
Because the post office wasn't taking applications. I told you, Chuck, cash.
Well, my kid's gonna love this.
That'll be $5.
I detail all these cars for a living. When they first gave me the product, I wasn't sure what it was. It didn't have a label on it. I get asked probably 10 or 15 times a week what wax I use. Now I tell them Turtle Wax. The shine is just awesome.
New Turtle Wax Platinum Series Ultra Gloss, the new standard in shine.
This is the story about one man who had it all.
How rich are you? I wish I had a dime for every dime I have.
And wanted more.
Will you take my hand?
That would leave you with 1.
It's about money, happiness.
You know how miserable I am? I never got to love anybody.
And the one thing money can't buy.
I want her!
Dudley Moore.
Can you take the next 60 years?
Liza Minnelli.
I'll have to ask.
Arthur.
Sunday at 5 on Superstation WGN.
After that stirring rendition of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" from Dave Leto, Ramon Martinez decided to get things going offensively. He rips a double over the head of Adam Dunn to lead off the home half of the 7th.
Making Dusty Baker look like a genius with the flip-flop batting order. He leads off with a 2-base hit as the Cubs try to fight their way back into this one, and the bullpen up and going for Cincinnati. That means that Corky Miller's out to talk with Riedling. And he wants to kill a lot of time. Now, Jerry Narron came out. He talked to C.B. Buckner, who wants to talk with Mike Riley. And I guess he wants to know if he was inserted into that spot in the batting order. I think he might be saying that maybe the lineup card that he saw, it was a different order. It's the only thing I can think about.
Well, we assumed that with Merker coming in and Martinez coming into the game at the same time, that
Merker would be in Gonzalez's spot
eighth.
and Martinez in, but it depends on what the lineup card says. We know that that was the idea of the double switch. Now we have to see if that was the thinking of the umpire, and I would assume, I mean, this isn't Dusty's first rodeo, so I would assume that that's something he got right.
Well, this does serve another purpose too. In a 4-run game with the wind blowing out at this ballpark, it gives that Cincinnati bullpen a few extra precious tosses to get loose, with now the top of the order coming up. They've got Phil Norton. He's their lone left-hander. They have a right-hander down there as well. We'll introduce you to him in just a moment as we welcome Dave Leto from DePaul here. Nice to see you, Dave.
Nice to see you. How's
nice job
everything?
singing. Terrific.
I felt a little bit more comfortable this time.
Starting to get the voice back after a long college basketball campaign.
Yeah. I need these few weeks to get it back.
Recap the season. A great year for you guys. 22 victories this season.
Yeah, it was really fun. The guys worked really hard coming together. We had our share of ups and downs. I don't Dusty's complaining a little bit, but
yeah, Dusty's coming out. I think you're right, Stoney.
He's going to talk about the lineup card, and he's going to say, look, on my lineup card, I had it right. I'm not sure about your lineup card. And that's, I think, Chippy, that's the problem in this one.
Yeah, the Reds are saying Martinez batted out of order. And Dusty Baker's really hot.
Can we have two managers get thrown out in the same game?
It's quite possible. It's just going to happen. Dusty Baker said he made the double switch. The umpires didn't write it down that way, and they're saying Martinez batted out of order.
Well, this is as aggravated as I've seen Dusty in his tenure as a Cub manager, and I got to believe, like I said, a guy who's been around in this his 12th major league season is not going to make a rookie mistake. You know that he put those guys in the order that he should have put them in, and somehow it didn't translate on the lineup card. He gets his hat back so he can throw it again, and he's got the lineup card back so he can throw that again.
See, Dave, even the college coaches aren't the only guys that lose their temper from time to time.
Well,
this is a huge play.
Generally speaking, it's regarding the referees, or in this case, umpires, and I tend to think that based on the outside pitch that the manager for Cincinnati got thrown out with earlier, that he might be asleep at the wheel. That would be my prediction.
Well, the big thing is, instead of a man at second and nobody out, and Dusty is kicking everything inside.
I've never seen him this hot, ever.
I know that he did the right thing on the lineup card, and I think he's just incensed that for some reason the umpires didn't have it that way. Now there's one out, nobody on. A huge turnaround in this one. And now the fans are throwing things onto the field, which makes no sense whatsoever.
And now the Cincinnati outfielders are wisely going to come in, as Dick Pohl will now come out and join the umpiring trio, and Jerry Narron, the acting manager for the Cincinnati Reds. We will check with Sharon Panazzo and the official score as to in what place Martinez and Merker were announced in the lineup card.
I would have to assume that the umpires have them into the lineup straight up, meaning Martinez would fill the spot of Gonzalez, and then you'd have the pitcher spot due up ninth. But Dusty, again, he wanted Martinez in the lineup in a flip-flop batting order to put Merker into the 8th spot, so you don't need a pinch hitter, and you lead off with Martinez, who led off the inning.
So we sent Joe Rios over to ask Sharon Panazzo. She does not know which way they were put into the batting order. And so Dusty Baker, like Dave Miley, also ejected from the game. A leadoff double now goes by the boards. Martinez is out for batting out of order. And now Todd Walker is going to come up and hit.
And we'd like to get some of the grounds crew out there to clean up the outfield, because until they do, we can't really start this one. And now Jerry Narron is going to the bullpen. He wants to get their lone left-hander. Phil Norton comes in to face the Walker-Patterson part of his batting order. And they'll have a right-hander up and ready to go when they get down to the Sosa-Alou right-handed part of the batting order.
So Martinez leads off with a double. He's called out for batting out of order. We will not know until the end of this game whether or not the umpire erred or Martinez and the Cubs erred. But that's Dusty Baker losing it and getting run. And as we said, I've never seen Baker that hot.
No, the most aggravated we've seen him as a Cub manager. You have to believe that he had it the way you'd think he'd have it with Martinez in the 9th spot. And Jerry Narron wisely had something different, so he waited to see the result of the at-bat of Martinez, because if he had it different on his lineup card, Martinez leads off with a hit. You go out, you complain, and you take him down. If he makes an out, you don't say anything.
That's right, and ultimately it doesn't matter what either Narron or Baker have. It's what the home plate umpire has. His is the official game card for the game. He had it with Merker supposed to lead off. Martinez did instead. He's called out. The Reds are going to go to the bullpen. We'll step aside, take a quick break right here, tell you who the new Cincinnati pitcher will be here at Wrigley Field in Chicago.
Jim Brewer here, going to show you how the new Right Guard Extreme Power Caps work. Power Caps are little balls of extra odor fighters. Let's say these guys represent odor, and the balls my friend Randy Johnson has here represent the Power Caps. Power Caps destroy odors on contact. Get extreme, get Right Guard. You do not want to be odor right now.
Now Right Guard has the strongest gel. It even keeps you drier than a stick.
If a relaxing moment turns into the right moment, will you be ready? Introducing Cialis, the first tablet for erectile dysfunction that gives you up to 36 hours to choose the moment that's right for you and your partner. New Cialis goes to work fast and can work for up to 36 hours. Cialis is not for everyone. If you take nitrates for chest pain or certain alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, do not take Cialis. Such combinations could cause a sudden unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. The most common side effects were headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. Erections lasting longer than 4 hours, though rare.
So Mike Riley, the crew chief, informing Don Frisky in our official score that apparently home plate umpire C.B. Buckner was not informed of the double switch in the flip-flop batting order. So Martinez, leading off the 7th inning, is ruled out of order. His double is wiped away. He's out. And the Reds bring on Phil Norton.
And he's going to face Walker and probably Patterson.
And again, we're visiting with Dave Leto from DePaul. It's almost as tough as describing the illegal defense, as they used to call it in the NBA.
It certainly is. I still don't know exactly what happened, but as you said, I've never seen Dusty act that way, and I think he probably had a good right to do that.
So former Cub Phil Norton's on here in the 7th. Base is empty with one man out. Steve, I did not hear who got the put out on that play. It's really irrelevant.
The only thing I can think is 2 unassisted, but who knows. But Dave, how does the team look for the coming season?
I think pretty good. We have a real good nucleus of veterans coming back. 3 seniors that have played a lot of minutes in the 2 years that I've been there, and I'm excited about our newcomers, and the guys really want to work hard to get back to where we were. You know, you get a taste of success, and nobody wants to give that up, so they're already in the gym getting ready, and I'm looking forward to next season already.
You're associated with such a good program at UConn. It must have been great to get your own program here in Chicago.
Oh, no doubt. And when I came here, I was told of what the city would do if you bring a winner, and how they can embrace you. And I feel that, you know, not just what we do in the gym, but, you know, our guys can walk around and feel very, very proud about the effort that they put forth. And this is a tremendous city that respects good, hard play. So I'm happy we were able to give them that.
St. John's came a-calling, and you decided to stay.
Yeah, you know, and I really didn't look at it as an opportunity to leave. I just wanted to.
Walker with a base hit to left. That cost the Cubs a run, perhaps. 9-5 the score. 1 on, 1 out with Patterson, Sosa, and Alou coming up. Didn't mean to interrupt today.
Oh, that's fine. You know, they looked at it, and being a guy that's from the East, I have a history with what St. John's means in college basketball, one of the top 5 programs in terms of wins. And so I looked at it as an opportunity just to see where they're at and where they want to go. But as I told our players, I remain committed to you all. That they were fortunate enough to put me in that kind of position, and I didn't want to walk away from them with a job that we haven't completed yet.
Here's Patterson, 1 on, 1 out. Cincinnati leading 9-5, and a big swing and a miss. Well, Dave, it's been an eventful 7th inning. We appreciate you hanging in here with us today, and best of luck to you and the rest of the folks at DePaul University next year.
Skip and Steve, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Be well. No balls and a strike to Patterson. 9-5 is our score, and that one hangs upstairs. 1-1. Steve, for the fans at home who don't understand the way changes are made in a Major League Baseball game. Player A is replaced by player B. What's the procedure, and how is that entered officially at home plate?
You have to talk to the home plate umpire and let him know the batting order with which you intend to make your substitutions. And what Buckner is saying and what Jerry Narron came out to say is we weren't informed of the flip-flop batting order. Dusty insisted that he did. The umpire gets the deciding vote, and you can understand where Dusty, who's been around a long time, would take exception to that. So they were saying that the lineup came in straight up, meaning Martinez would hit in the 8th spot, and then you'd need a pinch hitter if you intended to keep Mercker in the game. What Dusty obviously intended was for Martinez to hit in the 9th spot, Mercker in the 8th spot, who made the last out of the inning. Didn't work out that way, and a double is taken off the board, and after that base hit, you can see what the inning might have been, and still might be, but it's a tough way to lose a 2-base hit.
There's one into the right field corner, though. Walker around second, on his way to third. Patterson is going to leg that into a 2-base hit.
Well, Norton came in to get the 2 left-handers out, and now you know they're going to go to the bullpen. Again, with Miley thrown out of the game and Jerry Narron in control, it won't be too long till he'll make a visit to the mound. The 2 left-handers with 2 base hits, and Sammy gets a chance to hit with runners at second and third and cut into this 4-run deficit.
So Norton faces 2 hitters, retires neither one of them. He gives up a couple of hits, and he will depart with Sosa, Alou, and Ramirez coming up for the Cubs. A wild 7th inning at Wrigley Field. The Cubs still very much alive, down 9-5.
It was the greatest civilization ever known.
I'm detecting over 10,000 enemy vessels.
What? Until betrayal thrust the Commonwealth into interstellar war.
Battle station.
Code red. All hands report to battle station.
Prepare to fire my command. Now!
Life support is failing.
Get us out of here!
The Commonwealth would fall.
We're not going to make it.
Brace for impact.
But Commander Dylan Hunt would survive. Trapped on the brink of a black hole. Discovered by the crew of a salvage ship. They didn't come to rescue him. And when they couldn't beat him...
The guy is huge. He's like some kind of Greek god or something.
Reluctantly...
So what's your plan?
They joined him.
If you want to survive, you only have one option. You work with me. You do exactly what I say. And if we're very, very lucky, we might just get out of this in one piece.
Together, they will fight to reunite the galaxy.
Battle stations.
With heart-stopping action, star-spanning adventure, and compelling human drama brought to life by an award-winning ensemble cast. This is Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda.
Sundays at 8 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Today's game on WGN is being produced in high definition, brought to you by Grant's Appliances TV and Audio. Here's the schedule for our upcoming HD TV broadcasts of the Cubs and Sox on WGN for our Chicago area audience only. Tomorrow and Monday against the Reds, and the Yankees and Sox hook up Thursday on the south side. 4-run game. Sosa coming up to face Brian Reith with 1 out in the 7th inning.
Reith, a hard-throwing, huge right-hander at 6'5", 220. Last year at Cincinnati, 42 appearances. He started one of those games, the ERA just up over 4.
The Reds gave up a lead late yesterday. The Cubs would love them to do it again today. Downstairs, ball 2, and you've got the 2 hottest hitters lurking next. That's Alou and Ramirez. They're 6 for 6. with 5 runs driven in.
Well, they've already scored the first run of the year against Riedling, and now they're going to try to do it to Brian Reith.
2 balls, no strikes as Sammy chases Ernie Banks. Nowhere near ball 3. Reith started last year at AAA and finished the season with the Reds. 3-0 your count. Taking all the way, 3 balls and a strike. Bases are loaded for Moises Alou. So the normally reliable Red bullpen having some butterflies at Wrigley today. And here's Moises. As we said, 3 for 3, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, a 2-run homer, the big blow back in the 3rd inning.
And hit it at the 2 Seagulls in right center field. You can run all day and clear the bases.
They're picking up the remnants of the popcorn that were thrown from the bleachers earlier in the inning. A Cub at every base. The pitch to Alou is over the outside corner.
.31 career triples. That would give him the cycle. And Don Gullett looking anxiously on.
No balls and a strike. Late strike 2 call.
Well, I've seen CB have better days than he's had behind the plate today. It's a bit of an inconsistent strike zone. Miller wants it inside. Looked like it had the plate, but it looked like it might have dipped a little low. Miller brought it back up into the zone, and quickly Moises down 0-2.
1 out, bags full. Cubs down 4 in the 7th. The pitch is off the plate. Good stop by Miller. That saved a run. Walker, Patterson, and Sammy Sosa are aboard.
Good stop by Corky Miller as this one bounces up off the chest protector. He's able to keep it in front. Cub bullpen up and going. We've seen a whole lot of both pens today. That young man feels it's a little noisy around Wrigley Field. He's probably the only one.
1-2. Wow, that didn't miss by much. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Reith, the unhappy combatant. He thought he had Alou struck out.
Well, CB has evened up the calls. That one dips low and out of the zone, about the same height as the strike call.
That was a better pitch than the one called strike 2. Here comes the 2-2. He's called out on strikes. 2 down.
You should have no complaints on that one. That was a pretty good pitch. Corky Miller wants it inside. That one had a good piece of the plate, and I think it was high enough. You got the benefit of the call last time. You're usually not going to get it 2 pitches in a row. Moises thought it was down. Now it's up to Ramirez with the sacks still full.
He's driven in 3. He hit a solo home run in the 3rd. And Reith delivers a first pitch strike.
I wonder if he's ever given up a grand slam.
$40,000 plus, hoping for a grand slam here that could tie the game. 0-1 to Aramis. 0-2 now as we've reached 5 o'clock in the Central Time Zone.
I think Aramis is a better shot at a home run than a triple. He gets a triple every 100 games, and I think he's between that. And Reith has got a good moving fastball today. He kept that one right in on the hands of Ramirez.
So sometime in early July, we should expect a triple for Ramos?
At least one.
2-strike pitch. He laid off. It's 1-2 now. A crazy 7th inning began with a leadoff double, we thought, from Ramon Martinez. But apparently the Cubs batted out of order. Walker and Patterson singled and doubled with 1 out. Sosa walked. Moises was called out on strikes. Now a 1-2 pitch is forthcoming to the Cub third baseman. Line over third. That's fair. Walker scores. Patterson around third. He will score. Sammy to third. They put up the red light. 2 runs are in. It's a 9-7 game. Ramos Ramirez with a rope.
I thought Sammy would have been able to score on that one. Must have gotten off to a slow start because that ball not only hit the sidewall but bounded away from Dunn. See, Miller wants it low and away, and he hangs that slider. And this one taken right down the line. And for a while, you thought that Ramirez had a shot at that triple. Not only goes into the corner, but then Dunn overruns it. And 2 runs score. It's a 2-run game.
And now one swing of the bat could put the Cubs in front. Here's Lee. He's 0 for 3. A double play and a couple of strikeouts. Cubs would love a base hit here. Wind blowing straight out. Crowd down the right field line and left field line on their feet as this Cub team won't say die in the 7th.
Ramirez has driven in 5 runs. He's driven in at least 1 run with every one of his 4 at-bats today.
Chop foul at the plate. A ball and a strike. What a day for Ramirez and Alou in the middle of this Cub batting order. They're 7 for 8 with 5 extra base hits. And 7 RBIs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2 now. Derek Lee.
This one well off the plate outside. It started out a ball and kept on going wider.
Just put it in play, Derek. Still a long way to go in this game. A hit could tie it. Sosa at third. Ramirez at second, and Lee backs away. That almost hit him. Count evens up at 2-2. Lower part of the Reds batting order due up in the 8th inning. The Cub pen ready to go in a 9-7 game. He's playing with fire. It's 3-2. Yesterday's hero Michael Barrett waits on deck. Here comes the crowd again. Strike 3 called inside corner. Lee can't believe it. The Cubs get 2 in the 7th. 2 runs on 3 hits. A couple of men left. We've got a 2-run game with 2 innings to play.
If a lazy moment turns into the right moment, will you be ready? Introducing Cialis, the first tablet for erectile dysfunction that gives you up to 36 hours to choose the moment that's right for you and your partner. New Cialis goes to work fast and can work for up to 36 hours. Cialis is not for everyone. If you take nitrates for chest pain or certain alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, do not take Cialis. Such combinations could cause a sudden unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. The most common side effects were headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. Erections lasting longer than 4 hours, though rare, require immediate medical help. Discuss your health status with your doctor to ensure Cialis is right for you and you are healthy enough for sexual activity. Ask your doctor if a free sample of prescription Cialis is right for you. 36-hour Cialis. When the moment is right, will you be ready?
Foot odor. Now there's a whole new way to fight it. Only Odor Eaters has new Zorbitex technology to absorb 110% of its weight in sweat and destroy odor on contact. the most powerful odor eater's foot powder ever.
Hey, sensor users, think you've got the best shave? Well, it just got better. 2 blades became 3. Introducing Gillette Sensor 3, the best sensor shave ever. So now, think 3. New Sensor 3 from Gillette.
Wait. This is Daddy's, okay? This is my blizzard. No, this is Daddy's cheesecake cookie. This is not for babies. Stop. Yeah. See? That's why I'm Daddy.
The Cheesequake Blizzard treats from Dairy Queen in strawberry, toffee, and Oreo cookie with rich chunks of real cheesecake. They're worth fighting for. DQ, something different.
You got kids?
Well, tomorrow the Cubs will play the Reds again at 1:20. The first 20,000 fans get a scratch and win card. 100 random winners get a Mitchell & Ness Cooperstown Authentic Collection 1908 Cubs home jersey, compliments of MBNA. There's no purchase necessary. For complete rules, visit Wrigley Field or Cubs.com. Cubs and Reds and a 1908 Cubs home jersey, compliments of MBNA tomorrow.
Farnsworth comes into the game as the bullpen carousel continues, and Kyle on for the 6th time. He's had a bit of a tough time in the early going.
He'll face Friel, Pena, and Miller for Cincinnati here. And that's out of play to the Cincinnati third baseman. Cubs with a fine comeback in that 7th inning, get 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits. There was a 4th hit, but erased on batting out of order. So when we go to the bottom of the 8th, you'll have Barrett, Martinez, then the pitcher spot. Due up. I'm sure the post-game commentary will be very interesting after this one. Buckner behind the plate has not had a real good day. Jerry Narron caught the Cubs in a batting out of order. Dusty Baker said he told him it was a flip-flop. So it's he said, he said. Ramirez, another terrific play. He's had a great day all around. 1 out.
Ryan Friel has hit the daylights out of the ball today. He's got 2 for 5 to show for it, but he lined out to second base in the 1st inning, and now he lines out at Ramirez, who's had not only a great day at bat, but a great day in the field.
That's 3 fine defensive efforts for Ramos Ramirez. Here's Willie Mo Pena. He's been on base 4 times today. An RBI single to highlight back in inning number 3. Ball high from Farnsworth. Well, if form follows function, the Cubs have double digits in hits.
Every one of their wins has seen them get double digits.
And a little late. So ball and a strike.
Bullpen up and going once again for Cincinnati.
Todd Jones. Tampa Bay let him go late in spring training, and he hooked on with Cincinnati. That's over the outside corner, 1-2. Fly ball belted deep left. Willie Mo Pena shows off his power. A long home run off Kyle Farnsworth. And just like that, it's a 3-run Cincinnati lead. It's 10-7.
That's the first home run of the year by Willie Mo, and he's driven in 2 today. He's been on base 4 times in his 5 at-bats. Looked like a hanging slider, and I don't think Willie Mo could hit Farnsworth's fastball. But he hangs a slider, and they go a long way normally, and this one goes on to Waveland.
So Kyle's troubles continue here into the 8th inning. Here's the Cincinnati catcher, Corky Miller. He's 0 for 3, but a bases loaded walk gives him an RBI.
That's a 2nd home run given up by Kyle in less than 5 innings of work.
That paints the corner, strike 1. Long way to go, folks. 6 outs left. Both teams punishing the baseball on a windy day. Terry Wood and Corey Lytle tomorrow here on WGN. We'll be on the air at 1 o'clock. Back again Monday afternoon for the series wrap-up. Another shot down the left field line. That's trouble. And that's a fair ball. Moises Alou thought it was foul. So did Miller.
I think Moises Alou saw that ball hit the padding in the corner. And I'm not sure if Mike Riley, bear in mind there's 3 umpires down there.
Yeah, he's going to ask
now
for
they're going to confer. That was a foul ball.
We can't see the ball hit the wall from our vantage point.
No, but I think Eric Cooper might have had the best look at it. He was a first base umpire. I think that ball hit off the padding, and eventually they've got to get it right and call it foul.
And that's all you can ask. Make the call, and then if you have a second guess, get some help from the rest of your crew. And Riley wisely did that. That corner, both in left and right from the broadcast booth, you can't see the fielders go into the corner. So once the ball gets to the edge, it disappears for us.
No, but you could see the fans, and you could see Moises Alou react to it, and you know that that ball hit the padding. And now they're going to talk to Jerry Narron. This has been a most unusual game, and Narron's going to come out to talk with Mike Riley, who started out as a second base umpire but becomes the third base umpire. But the best look was probably Eric Cooper, who had the best angle on it, and they did get it right.
That's all you can ask. And now Miller down, 2 strikes. Again, Chuck Merriweather left this ball game with a bout of food poisoning a couple of innings ago, so there are only 3 umpires on the field, 1 at first, 1 at third, and of course Buckner behind the plate. 2 strikes to Miller, bases clear, a home run for William Opeña, and that just missed.
He obviously ate in another city this morning.
No question. Fly ball center field. High sky, bright sunshine. Corey takes care of that. Miller's retired, 2 out. And is this Valentine?
I think so.
It is Javier Valentine batting for Reith. Reith went 2/3 of an inning. A walk, a hit, and a strike, and a couple of strikeouts. Ball 1 to Valentine. Dick Pohl running the Cubs with Dusty Baker's ejection. Jerry Narron for the Reds.
Valentine, a switch hitter.
And that one to left. Alou slowing now, makes the play. A home run from Willie Opeña extends the Cincinnati lead to 3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Non-stop service to 59 destinations all across the country. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
What's there to do in Philly? Oh, boy.
Well, I guess they want to come over and see the Liberty Bell.
You got the Liberty Bell.
We have the Liberty Bell.
Pretzels.
The National Constitution Museum.
There's lots of theater. There's excellent restaurants.
Well, there's a lot of culture here.
It's like a baby New York.
For me, it's the...
Cheesesteak.
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 Now there's another great reason to go to Philly. You can fly there for just $99 on Southwest Airlines.
I love Philadelphia.
You are now free to move about the country.
I detail all these cars for a living. When they first gave me the product, I wasn't sure what it was. It didn't have a label on it. Beautiful. I get asked probably 10 or 15 times a week what wax I use. Now I tell them Turtle Wax. The shine is just awesome.
There's a new standard in shine. New Turtle Wax Platinum Series Ultra Gloss.
The reason why I drive this car is to get noticed. I like the expressions people show me when they see the car. What is it called again? Platinum Series? If you want to get noticed, this will get you noticed.
New Turtle Wax Platinum Series Ultra Gloss. The new standard in shine.
Welcome back. I'm here in this 19th century Victorian with new owners Mike and Shannon Boyd.
Hi, Ted.
We just fell in love with its charm.
Yeah, it's charming. Unfortunately, the roof leaks, the foundation is crumbling, and there's significant termite damage. But I do have good news. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Hey, we need to talk about your electrical. Whoa. Yeah, we're going to want to fix that.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Jack Osborne and friends on life after rehab.
The high's a high. I have a way better time now than I could have ever had.
Next, Sharon.
Tonight at 1 a.m. on Superstation WGN.
Veteran reliever Todd Jones on for the Reds now, who lead 10-7. First pitch swinging, Michael Barrett. That's off the glove of Castro. There's a break. Leadoff man aboard in the 8th for the Cubs, down 3 runs here at home.
That's a base hit. He did a good job of just getting to it. Barrett with pretty good speed. This would have been a tough play to right himself and get the throw off, so now it brings a tying run to the plate. And now hitting apparently in what C.B. Buckner thinks is the right spot in the batting order, Ramon Martinez.
I wonder if Ramon checked, hey, is this where I'm supposed to hit just to be safe?
Looking for that same double off the wall and left.
We'll take it. Shoots it toward right now to play. Strike 1. A slugfest at Wrigley Field. 17 runs, 28 hits combined today.
Todd Hollandsworth in the on-deck circle. And the Reds fresh out of left-handers in the pen.
And Todd represents the tying run as Jones kicks and misses upstairs to even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cubs trying to get to 6-4 on the year. Cincinnati atop the division at the moment at 5-3. Grounded toward the hole. Tough play, Castro. He'll throw to second for 1. The turn to first is a little late. Runner at first, 1 out. And Hollandsworth bats for Farnsworth.
It's a real good play by Juan Castro, showing that he does have a whole lot of range, and they do get the out. Fortunately, they can't turn 2, but that was just by an eyelash. That allows you to still send the tying run to the plate.
Hollandsworth with a couple of home runs. And that one rifled out of play. Todd 1 for 4 as a pinch hitter, and that pinch hit home run against John Smoltz in Atlanta.
Todd Jones on for the 4th time, hasn't given up anything so far, much like the rest of that red pen. And if he can get through the 8th, then you turn it over to Danny Graves.
That's a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Todd Walker on deck. 10-7 Cincinnati. A wild 7th inning at Wrigley Field today.
It was a big home run by Willie Mo Pena, and then Danny Graves starting to loosen up. They wouldn't hesitate to extend him more than the 1 inning.
That one pops away, and Martinez will head into second base. Big play. It takes away the double play.
That goes as a pass ball, and it looked like Miller might have been crossed up on the play. He was setting up away. That ball drifted in, and the ball hit off the glove without hitting the dirt.
Ken Griffey Jr., the defensive captain in the Reds outfield, pointing at Adam Dunn, telling him where to relay the baseball, and that baseball's not going anywhere but out of the park. Oh, roped by Hollandsworth, and it's a 1-run game.
They keep trying to get inside on Hollandsworth, and if you get it low and in, he just crushes it. 3 home runs already. That pulls the Cubs within 1. The Cubs had 2 pinch home runs all of last year, and that ball down and in, you can't get by Hollandsworth. He hits it out in a hurry.
3 home runs for Hollandsworth. And it's a 1-run game now with Walker up with 1 out, bases clear. The Cubs are going to send Patterson, Sosa, Alou, Ramirez, and Lee up, you figure, 1 more time. Well, against whom will it come?
Hollandsworth only has 13 at-bats. And he has 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and 3 home runs. From the Southwest Airlines, how far did it fly? 390 line drive feet.
2 strikes to Walker. That's That's a bit high. Patterson waiting on deck. Graves heating up in a hurry. The Cincinnati bullpen, which has been so good for so long, has been touched for 5 runs today. That's over the inside corner. Walker can't believe that. CB today might stand for can't believe this strike zone. 2 outs, base is empty.
Well, when both teams are a little unhappy with the umpiring, you have to figure that's inconsistent. He's saying that ball has the inside corner. Walker thought it was too far inside. The end result, there's 2 out, nobody on. But the Cubs trail by only 1. And Joe Borowski loosening up to come into this one.
Here's Patterson. 2 doubles, 2 runs today for Corey. That one floats in to even up the count. It would have been easy for this Cub team to bemoan their fate in the 7th. Instead, they've come back with 2 in that inning, 2 here in the 8th. You just hope that Pena home run doesn't come back to break your heart in the 9th. That's the difference at this point. A ball and a strike to Patterson. 1-2 now. Sammy waiting on deck. Jones thought that was good enough.
Well, he felt if he got it on Walker that he'd get it on Patterson. That's not the case.
You'd figure that that would be the case. But it's a funny game today. 2-2. Corey swung at a ball out of the zone, and that retires the side. Cubs get 2 runs. A pinch hit home run from Todd Hollandsworth makes it a 1-run game with 1 inning of baseball left at Wrigley.
Fly ball to deep right field. Rounding first, going for second, going back to the wall. He's going to test his arm. Here's the throw. When you leave here, you'll be lean, mean, computer-buying machines. I'll give you the skills, the smarts, and the courage.
I do not have to settle for what's on the shelf. Your PC jargon has no effect on me.
It won't be easy. Drop down and give me 50. But you'll be able to buy a computer without getting ripped off and sit home crying to your mama.
Want an easier way to buy a PC? Don't go there. Go Dell. Forget all the mega this and giga that. Just tell Dell what you want to do with your PC in plain English. They'll build one that fits your life and your budget. Like this Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor and free flat panel monitor upgrade for just $499 after mail-in rebate. And right now, pay no interest until April 2005 for well-qualified customers.
Why don't you just quit?
I still don't know how to format a hard drive. Your perfect PC. Easy as Dell.
Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processor.
Foot odor. Now there's a whole new way to fight it. Only Odor Eaters has new Zorbitex technology to absorb 110% of its weight in sweat and destroy odor on contact. The most powerful Odor Eaters foot powder ever.
Lawn weeds. Some products will kill them, but they'll burn holes in your lawn too. The solution? Ortho Weed Be Gone. It kills the toughest weeds without ever harming your grass. Guaranteed. Ortho Weed Be Gone. Kills weeds, not lawns.
Wind blowing out at Wrigley Field, and indeed a wild offensive day today. We go to the 9th inning, and Joe Borowski, the Cub closer, to face D'Angelo Jimenez, who's been a royal pest again for the Reds. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, including a 6th inning home run. And Joe misses with ball 2 high. 2-0 your count. Got to keep it at 1. Sosa, Alou, and Ramirez due up in the Cubs half of the ninth.
Borowski on for the 4th time, and he's struggled. He's quickly fallen behind 3-0. Last year that slider was exceptional, and this year he hasn't had real good command of it.
4 straight puts the Reds leadoff man on. So Castro is the Cincinnati hitter, and Sunday, April 25th, the Mets will be here at 1:20. The first 20,000 fans will get another scratch and win card. 100 of you will win a Mitchell & Ness Cooperstown Authentic Collection 1958 Ernie Banks road jersey. Compliments of MBNA. There's no purchase necessary. For complete rules, visit Wrigley or Cubs.com. Plan on arriving early for your chance to win compliments of MBNA. Here's Castro. Castro, a couple of hits and runs.
Well, the Cubs are going to see Danny Graves in the 9th, and they're hoping to see him with just a 1-run deficit. But with the heart of the order coming up for the Reds, that becomes a difficult task.
High and away to Castro.
6 straight bad ones. 5 straight bad ones. Let's hope this is a good one.
Ramirez in on the grass thinking about a bunt. There it is, but foul. 1-1 your count.
There's Danny Graves. Will be looking for save number 5.
The game 10-9 right now, but some early plays you wish you had back. Cubs a couple of base running blunders early. That one a late strike. 1-2. Now it's Castro's turn to be unhappy.
He thought this slider was a little high.
Well, when you're on a knee, it's going to be high.
He tried to duck under it. Old Mickey Rooney trick.
Is there any other kind? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up back toward us. Castro will keep the at bat going.
Now that he's gotten to 2 strikes, you'd love to see the double play ground ball ahead of Ken Griffey, who's in the on deck circle.
Again to first. The Cub trio of Sosa, Alou, and Ramirez have hit Graves relatively well in their major league matchups. 1-2. Again, he tries to bunt, and that one foul for a strikeout.
So that's in the what could you be thinking category. He's got a couple of hits today, and with 2 strikes, he obviously felt he could get it down. That couldn't have been the signal to him. So the Cubs get a break, and they'll take it.
But now you've got Griffey up. Griffey has faced Borowski once, and Joe struck him out. Again, the Cubs shift. 3 infielders on the right side of the diamond. Griffey.
Oh, that's good. That's
tries to bunt.
That's from the J.D. Drew school of let's get your power hitter bunting. Wind blowing out 1 billion miles an hour. And they've all got Brett Butler disease.
Funny game.
Well, keep on trying to lay it down, although
sure.
It would be a base hit on the left side, and if he could bunt it hard enough, it'd be a double. I'm not sure he's worked on that too much.
Back door apparently not open. 1 ball, 1 strike. The man the Cubs would love to see come up against Graves is Derek Lee. He's 7 for 20 with 3 home runs in his career. He's due up 4th in the 9th. Junior fouls it away, and he's down to his last strike.
Well, I'd suggest trying to lay it down again.
Sure, why not? The 40,000 numbered crowd got their money's worth today, that's for sure.
It's been an exciting game.
Popped up left side. Can anybody catch up? Moises Alou slowing now, has room. He's got it. Junior pops out. But now you've got Sean Casey.
This is a fair ball, and Moises with plenty of time to run under this.
Casey hitting .411. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI today. And Joe keeps trying the back side of that plate. Again, he's denied by C.B. Buckner.
That was a staple of Joe Borowski last year. That slider he throws, but that one off the plate.
Dunn waits next. Let's worry about him tomorrow. 1 ball, no strikes. Line toward third. Ramirez, look what he found. Late throw to second. Ball dropped.
I think that's a play that you have to make to first base, because with the defense the way it was and Walker pulled around in the hole, it took him a long time to get to second base. That was just a bad decision on the part of Ramirez.
Casey's one of the slowest guys in our league.
Casey can't run. You got all kinds of time. Just make the throw to first base. But you see how long he's got to wait to make the throw to second. And I would assume this would have to be an error on Ramirez. We'll take a look again and we'll see. It is an error on Ramirez.
So fielder's choice E5 brings up Dunn with 2 outs and 2 on. He could make it real tough with a base hit here. Dunn is 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored.
Get him out and you give the Cub offense a real good chance against Danny Graves.
Got the big sluggers up with the wind blowing out. You can't ask for any better opportunity. 1-1 to Dunn. Ball 2. Friel waiting on deck. Cincinnati leading 10-9 in the 9th. Two and 2 now.
Hands up on their feet, knowing if they can get by Dunn, they'll have a real good shot in the 9th.
Crowd on its feet. The pitch.
He can't get that backdoor slider called. And again, that's how Borowski had the great year last year. It is off the plate. There's no doubt about it.
And then a much better angle. 3-2, runners go, and he missed again. Same spot. Ball 4. They're loaded with 2 outs. Has Joe had a 1-2-3 inning yet this year?
I don't think so. He would have been out of this, but as it is, bases are loaded. And the guy who's probably hit the ball the hardest, or as hard as anybody in this lineup, Ryan Friel, steps up. He's got a couple of hits, and the Cubs have retired him 3 times, all of them on line drives.
Borowski earned his first save of the year on opening day against the Reds. He worked an inning, struck out 2, but walked 2. That's about as well as he's throwing the ball. So he's got a real mess here in the top of the ninth. Bags full for Friel, who's got a couple of hits and an RBI. He's hit safely in 7 of 8. He shows bunt. Did he go? They'll ask for an appeal at first, and Eric Cooper says he didn't swing.
Well, he said that he drew the bat back, and Jimenez would have gotten picked off third base. I have no idea where he was going. But with 2 outs, you're not going to use a suicide. He does pull the bat back, and Jimenez is 20 feet off third base. He's starting to come.
Barrett was appealing. Had he looked to his left, you're right, they would have had a shot. Popped up. Walker going out. Sosa coming in. Sammy's got the glasses gleaming, and Borowski's out of the ninth. Sammy Sosa, Moises Alou, Aramis Ramirez, and we hope Derek Lee coming up. One last chance for the Cubs at home.
One of Becker's patients has a problem.
He's dead. You're gonna have to call the family.
But the sympathy call's a dead end.
Will you please shut up? I'm trying to get these people to call me back so I can tell them their father's dead.
Now he's gotta face the family.
Your father passed away.
Grandpa's dead?
Next, Becker.
Sorry I'm late.
I see dead people.
Tonight at 11 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Hi, you guys. Wiener World. What's going on? Yeah. Wiener World. No? Hi, guys.
All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. I like watching the puddles gathering.
Hot dogs love Pepsi. Pepsi loves hot dogs. Pepsi. It's the cola.
Get ready to use your imagination at Rosemont Theater April 22nd through the 25th. Tickets are on sale now at the box office and all Ticketmaster locations.
Jim Brewer here. Gonna show you how the new Right Guard Extreme Power Caps work. Power Caps are little balls of extra odor fighters. Let's say these guys represent odor, and the balls my friend Randy Johnson has here represent the Power Caps. Power Caps destroy odors on contact. Get extreme, get Right Guard. You do not want to be odor right now. Now Right Guard has the strongest gel. It even keeps you drier than a stick.
Well, Harry used to say you can't beat fun at the old ballpark, and I would imagine, Stoney, this is the kind of game he had in mind. A slugfest. The Big Boppers coming up in the ninth, down a run against the opponent's closer.
Well, Danny Graves is a closer. He's less than overpowering, but he's had great success in that role. He's 4 for 4 in save situations. Last year they experimented with him as a starter. He went 4 and 15 with a 5.33 ERA. He's back in the bullpen, but he's got to go right through the heart of the order for the Cubs, nursing a 1-run lead.
So Sosa to work, looks at a strike. Sosa, Alou, Ramirez, and Lee have all had pretty good success against Danny Graves. Now we've got some outfield defensive changes. We'll tell you about those in a moment. That's inside. Friel is not playing third base. Castro is.
Olmedo's playing short.
One ball, one strike to Sammy. Outside corner.
Well, bear in mind, this could come into play. It's been a very generous outside corner from C.B. Buckner. And in the ninth inning, after all these pitches, I'm sure the Cubs are well aware of that.
Oh, Sammy had a good cut, and it's out of play.
Well, Graves hung a slider, and that one was right down the middle, and unfortunately Sammy fouled it straight back.
Willie Mopena's in left field now. Friel's in right with Castro and Olmedo the left side of the red infield. They hug the line. The 1-2 to Sosa is again popped out of play. Let's reset it. Pena, Griffey, and Friel in the Reds outfield. Castro at third, Olmedo at short, Jimenez and Casey at second and first respectively. Sosa in the batter's box. Danny Graves looking to save a wild 10-9 game. What a job by our WGN crew today. Special thanks to Pete Toma, our producer, Skip Ellison, our director, Mark Brady, our associate producer, our executive producer of WGN Sports, Bob Vorwald, our booth AD, Angie Andocchio, and our studio coordinator at WGN, PJ Crochelle. Line down the left field line and over the Cub bullpen.
That was a pretty good catch on a vicious line drive. This one hooking foul. And a guy brings his glove and it pays dividends.
But Troy Hawkins ducking out of the way, and wisely so.
Castro is right on the line, playing no doubles with Sosa.
2-2. Just missed, and I mean by an eyelash. Full count, and it's a guessing game for the men on the mound today.
I don't think he wanted to call Sammy out on this one. And looked a little low.
3-2. High fly ball belted right field. Friel back. Track. Wall. He's tied with Ernie. .512 as a Cub. Now the Cubs try to win it with Alou, Ramirez, and Lee up. The Reds bullpen really has given it up today. There's another fly ball. Deep left. Cubs have come back to win it. I don't believe it. Bedlam at Wrigley Field as Moises Alou, his second homer of the day, wins it for the Cubs in back-to-back historic fashion.
It's only fitting that Sammy would tie it to right field. And Moises, who had a great day offensively, would win it. The Cubs go back-to-back again. They did it in the third inning with Alou and Ramirez. They did it for the fourth time this year in dramatic fashion here in the ninth. And the Cubs knocked the Reds from first place with this blast off the bat of Moises Alou, who along with Ramirez had 4 hits today. What an offensive onslaught. And in the end, the Cubs had the last at bat and the last laugh.
The Cubs score 7 runs against the supposedly invincible Cincinnati bullpen today. They come back with 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, as Sosa and Alou go back-to-back. And Moises, you've been around a long time. Do you remember a game ever like this one at Wrigley Field today?
Well, only being a Cub for this is my 3rd year, but I never seen anything like that. It was a great game. We kept coming back, and the guys did a hell of a job. I mean, Holly came back, got a big pitch hit home run. Sammy tied the game up, and then I hit the game winning. But everybody, Aramis Ramirez did a great job. He's swinging the bat real well. I think Mitra did a very good job too, because he had a pretty tough couple of innings at the beginning, but he settled down and he kept the score close.
Moises, this is a Cub team built on power, and you guys have 6 guys in the middle of that order that can hit a home run at any time. That's got to benefit all of the hitters, where you keep the pressure on the opposing pitcher. He can't get a breather.
I think so. You know, everybody keeps talking about our pitching staff, and it's pretty good. It's great. And but we do have some guys that can really swing the bat, and we showed that today.
Moises, in that crazy 7th inning, when the lineup card situation took place, what was the mood in the dugout? Did you guys know immediately what happened? And when you did figure it out, what did you guys say?
To tell you the truth, I don't really know what really happened. But you know, everybody was pretty upset. You know, We took a double from a guy coming off the bench. It would have been a nice run for us, but you know, this team really showed some character coming back the way we did it.
What does it mean when it starts to heat up, Moises? I know all hitters love warm weather. Most pitchers like cold weather, so if they can get it in on you guys, your hands are buzzing. But the last 2 days has been as hot of April days as I've seen in Chicago.
This is unbelievable, you know. Let's keep it a little quiet so it can stay warm like this. And you've seen it because, you know, we had a really hard time swinging the bat. The first day was pretty cold. There's a couple of guys coming from different teams, and this is the first time they've been playing in the cold weather. And you can see, you know, Sammy, Aramis, myself, and a lot of the guys, you know, they really like the warmer weather better. And we really showed it the last few games.
Well, Moises, look around these stands. Look at these fans. You guys sent them home happy today. One of the most incredible games we've seen in a long time, and I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more like this, buddy. Great job.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow. Cubs have won their 3rd in a row. They'll be talking about this game for a long time. First, Sammy Sosa, his historic blast, number 512 as a Cub, tying it with Ernie Banks on the all-time Cub list. And then a moment later, Moises Alou takes Danny Graves out of the ballpark. A back-to-back job for the 2nd time today as the Cubs beat the Reds in heart-stopping fashion with 2 in the 9th. 11-10, the unbelievable final score. More from Wrigley in just a moment.
Sometimes information can get twisted.
Bonds, 401k, small caps, and diversifying blue chips.
Heard the bonds place off the 401 is a blue chip.
This bond called 401 is going to be a blue chip.
I heard the Bonds Potato Chip Company is coming out with the Blue Sweet Potato Chip.
Blue sweet potato chips?
Fortunately, the same State Farm agent who helps protect you and your family can also give you reliable information on banking, insurance, and investing. Call your State Farm agent today.
The party has started at Wrigley Field, and it will probably end at Steve Stone's house sometime a little later on tonight as the Cubs pound away on the Cincinnati bullpen, scoring 7 times over the game's final 4 innings as the Cubs earn their 2nd victory this season when trailing entering the bottom of the 9th inning.
Well, the Cubs have now hit 21 home runs as a team, and the Bud play is Moises Alou, his 2nd of the day. He drove in 3. Aramis Ramirez drove in 5. Sammy tied it up, and everybody leaves happy. And Moises Alou and that home run, our Budweiser play and player of the game.
Never say die. Early on for this Cub team, they have a 3-game win streak. They're 6-4 on the year, and they break the hearts of the Cincinnati Reds on a blustery day at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Boy, I hope you all enjoyed watching this game as much as Steve and I enjoyed bringing it to you from Wrigley Field today. Cubs 11, Reds 10. And on a day when Ernie Banks saw his 512 total equaled by the Cubs, they were equal to the challenge as Joe Borowski beats Danny Graves in a battle of 9th inning men today in Chicago. We'll have another game tomorrow on WGN. Kerry Wood and Corey Lytle join us at 1 o'clock right here on WGN for the Leadoff Man program. For Steve Stone and our entire WGN crew, Chip Carey from the ballpark, thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up in just mere moments.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. 4,000 CarQuest Auto Parts stores all across North America. The Illinois Lottery. Have a ball with the Illinois Lottery during their 30th anniversary celebration. By Pepsi. It's the Cola. And by Southwest Airlines. Non-stop service to 59 destinations all across the country. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
When you leave here, you'll be lean, mean, computer-buying machines. I'll give you the skills, the smarts, hard drive, gigahertz, CPU, and the courage.
I do not have to settle for what's on the shelf. Your PC jargon has no effect on me.
It won't be easy. Drop down and give me 50. But you'll be able to buy a computer without getting ripped off and sit home crying to your mama.
Want an easier way to buy a PC? Don't go there. Go Dell. Forget all the mega this and giga that. Just tell Dell what you want to do with your PC in plain English. They'll build one that fits your life and your budget. Like this Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor and free flat panel monitor upgrade for just $499 after mail-in rebate. And right now, pay no interest until April 2005 for well-qualified customers.
Why don't you just quit?
I still don't know how to format a hard drive.
Your perfect PC, easy as Dell.
Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processor.
Action that's out of this world. Superstation WGN.
The 10th inning is brought to you by Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburger Restaurants.
What a ball game. Cubs win it. You see the damage done to the Reds bullpen late. 11-10 the final score. Stoney, have you caught your breath yet?
A terrific game, and the Cubs remain undefeated on Greg Maddox's 1992 Jersey Day. This was a day that the long ball was in evidence, 5 of them for the Cubs. With the wind blowing out, you knew anything could happen if you just stayed close enough. They did, and they beat Danny Graves in Cincinnati and knocked them out of first place. What a ball game.
Dusty Baker is standing by downstairs in the media room. Let's join him here at Wrigley Field.
We're at first. I mean, never had the wrong center fielder out there in center field, you know, so the other day with Goody, that was a first. And today's a first. They say you stick around this game long enough, you'll see a lot of firsts. I don't like those particular firsts, but I guess I got to communicate better to everybody every day and everything.
Was that the hottest you've been, you know, in the last few years? We haven't seen you that this way last year, you know, got upset like that.
Well, that's, yeah, it's the hottest I've been. I'm not proud of it. I called my wife and asked her that my son see it, because last time, you know, he and my mom and dad and wife and everybody's mad, not mad, but they're embarrassed because I was cursing on TV. And I called my wife and said that my son see it, and she told me he was in the bathtub. So, you know, I'm hoping he doesn't see the replay. So.
Dusty, where were you when the home runs were being hit? Were you sneaking a peek in the tunnel, or were you in the clubhouse?
No, I was in my office. I was in my office. I was praying. I said, Lord, please, you know, we need this, and you know, and I want it, and happen.
Okay, we're gonna let Dusty go. I have Sammy waiting.
Well, the old saying, all's well that ends well, and it certainly did for 40,000 plus and Dusty Baker. An 11-10 Cub heart-stopping victory here at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Steve and I will be back with more on today's first game against the Reds during this 4-game weekend homestand. We come back right after this.
One of Becker's patients has a problem.
He's dead. You're gonna have to call the family.
But the sympathy call's a dead end.
Will you please shut up? I'm trying to get these people to call me back so I can tell them their father's dead.
Now he's gotta face the family.
Your father passed away.
Grandpa's dead?
Next, Becker.
Sorry I'm late.
I see dead people.
Tonight at 11 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
There are 2 ways to look at skincare. The girl's way or the guy's way. Introducing Gillette Complete Facial Moisturizer, the first moisturizer made for men by the people who know a man's face best. It's simple, non-greasy, fragrance-free with SPF 15. Smoother, healthy-looking skin in 14 days or your money back. New Gillette Complete Moisturizer. This is not your girlfriend's moisturizer. This is Gillette, the best a man can get.
Nothing outperforms Mobile One. now the official lubricant of NASCAR.
An Army experiment went too far.
Hasn't slept in 24 years. They made me into somebody else.
Now he's out to punish them for their sins.
Generate illusions so convincing they can kill.
His body believed was burning.
How you doing, Henry?
Keep seeing the faces.
It's all over now. He who kills a man shall be put to death. No!
Sci-Fi Sunday at 9 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Chicago, and I have a chance.
An historic day for Sammy Sosa. Let's join him downstairs.
Just leave it like that, and all the respect for Ernie. And today I had to say I have a chance to tie with him, and tomorrow will be somebody else.
Anything else for Sammy? How about Lou?
Oh my God. I'm very happy and very you know, to see Lou and around me, you know, swinging it by the way they are swinging. I mean, it's amazing because it's make it easy for everybody. And you know, those guys are on fire right now. So we just want to just keep it like that, and you know, for a long time. So you know, those guys are doing a very, very good job, especially around me. Moise, they are unbelievable. I love it.
Anything else? Okay, we'll have some.
So smiles all around at Wrigley Field in Chicago, the home run of which we speak. This one off Danny Graves, leading off the night. Sammy the other way, the pop, the hop, number 512, tying him on the all-time Cub list with Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Moments later, Moises Alou, crowd on its feet. Graves grooves it, Alou crushes it, he knew it, and the Cubs, with 2 in the bottom of the ninth, beat up on the Cincinnati Reds. And what a celebration as this team never say died from the opening pitch. What a game, what a story Dusty Baker's 2004 Cubs already turning out to be. They win at 11-10. More on the 10th inning show right after this.
That's how I like to spend my weekends. Just babying my car.
What kind of product is this?
Oh, the shine, it looks like a mirror.
I can't believe anything could make it look this nice. Look at this.
It's better than all of them I've tried.
There's a new standard in shine. New Turtle Wax Platinum Series Ultra Gloss.
When it wiped off, immediately left a fabulous shine. It was like glass.
I used to use a McGuire's, so it's better than a McGuire's. Bottom line, this just shines better.
New Turtle Wax Platinum Series Ultra Gloss. The new standard in shine.
Jim Brewer here. Gonna show you how the new Right Guard Extreme Power Caps work. Power Caps are little balls of extra odor fighters. Let's say these guys represent odor, and the balls my friend Randy Johnson has here represent the Power Caps. Power Caps destroy odors on contact. Get extreme, get Right Guard. You do not want to be odor right now.
Now Right Guard has the strongest gel. It even keeps you drier than a stick.
One of Becker's patients has a problem.
He's dead. You're gonna have to call the family.
But the sympathy call's a dead end.
Will you please shut up? I'm trying to get these people to call me back so I can tell them their father's dead.
Now he's gotta face the family.
Your father passed away.
Grandpa's dead?
Next, Becker.
Sorry I'm late.
I see dead people.
Tonight at 11 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
The Cubs knock the Reds out of first place and grab a share of it themselves with the Astros. And tomorrow it's game 2 of the 4-game weekend series. We're on the air at 1 o'clock with the leadoff man program. Kerry Wood looks for his 3rd victory on the young season. He'll face Reds opening day starter Corey Lytle, his mark 1-1 after 2 starts for Dave Miley and the Cincinnati Reds. An historic day at Wrigley Field. The Cubs come back with 2 in the 9th off Danny Graves. Sosa and Alou go back-to-back. And the Cubs beat them by a final score of 11-10 before 40,000 delirious Cub fans on Chicago's north side. Can't wait to see you till tomorrow for Steve Stone and our entire crew. Chip Carey from the ballpark. See you Saturday.
The 10th inning was brought to you by Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburger Restaurants.
Superstation WGN is your home for great comedies. For the comedies you love.